Okay.
Okay, week 3 review call here. So tell us something that was awesome last week.
Oh my God, last week was crazy. Oh my gosh, what even happened? Well, oh, okay, I did mention our plumber. So thankfully our plumber is a family friend. And so he was able to come out the other night. That's why I missed the class. He was able to come out the other night and told us that one of the fixes that we needed is not as horrible as we thought or as expensive as we thought. So that was good. And then I found out that my taxes were going to be thousands of dollars less than I thought I was going to owe. So that's reason for celebration right there.
Well, what you spend on oils, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of stress off the shoulders, right? So
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is it for because of the business, the
yeah.
business?
Yeah, he was able to write off a lot. And then when we fixed our basement, we're writing that as my home office. So that for school, I still had some of the expenses. And thankfully it was like the more expensive things like the carpet and tile and everything. So, so that was good. That was a little bit of a relief because I was really worried.
I want to redo my office. And I'm like, oh, I could write that off as an expense.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Anything in my office. I haven't really done that much. It just kind of like, I need to I really want a better space. I love the space where I am in front of my house, but it's mixed with all my husband's stuff. I'm like, I just want the whole thing for myself.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, that's awesome. So that's a relief. I know that's a big stress sometimes with those things. A lot of times.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the assignments last week. How about the mirror work? I am lovable.
That was good. I did have a couple days where I was just like, I don't know. I guess I got on Edwin's case a little bit, and instead of just like doing my usual, just like rein it in, see things from his point of view. And so like, I kind of felt a little bratty like a couple days. And then I was just like, why does he even like me? I was like, because I'm awesome.
I'm lovable.
I'm pretty lovable. I'm pretty fantastic. So there were a couple days where, you know, kind of like actually feeling that and not just saying it was a little bit of a struggle, but it was good though to take that time and just like sit back and really like mean that when you say it to yourself, you know, instead of like beating yourself up about things. And so
absolutely. And I think one of the biggest things with these is like there's so many outside influences, you know, so it really gets you to like, you know, really focus on like what's causing you to not feel that way, you know, whether it's something with our spouse or something with a family member or something with you know, they can all impact how we feel. So I think just being more aware of that and being able to redirect like you know, where you were able to. Yeah. Because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Conflict is going to happen.
Life.
If it's not our spouse, it's our mom. If it's not our mom, it's our friend. If it's not, you know, it's always somebody, right? So, so how about sharing samples with 5 friends?
Good. And my one friend, I was able to give her some for arthritis pain. And so she used it for about 3 to 4 days. And she's like, I think it really helped, but then she got sick, so she stopped doing it. And I was like, okay. So I'm just kind of
like, you're sick.
Yeah. It's just like, that's okay. So I'm trying to kind of get her back on track, but I haven't, admittedly haven't done my job in following up with other people the way that I should have. So, but.
So make sure you make that time to follow up because it's the fortune is in the follow up, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. That video, I was just like, I watched it and I was like, oh boy.
Well, today's all about follow up, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So I know we have a class coming up Wednesday. So have you followed up with people that you're going to invite, or have you gotten that going?
Yeah. So I've reached out, and I'm going to make a post in the event today too. But I've reached out to the people who have said that they were going to come or said maybe, and then a couple of the people who I hadn't heard from who I thought, you know, would be interested. And so hopefully we're good to go. Hopefully it'll be better than the last
Yeah.
time I tried to invite people. So
Right. And I think just, doing the personal aspect and maybe like a little something, I don't know, like
yeah,
I'm going to have, what you're going to have, like a little treat or whatever, whatever you're going to do. Or for that, like glass of wine, come have a glass, whatever you're going to do, people
yeah.
love. So.
I've got my one friend is like really, really excited, and she hasn't tried anything yet. She's one of the ones who I just gave samples to, I think Friday. So, but she's excited to come. So
Great.
that, because I think she's somebody who definitely could benefit. So
Good. So yeah, just keep following up with them and inviting. Time blocking, I know you're doing pretty good with that before. How did that go this week?
oh yeah, I mean I did it. Whether or not I stuck to it, because my problem is like I get so into, especially like my school stuff. This week we're on break, and so I don't think I set enough time aside for myself for that, because I was just thinking, what I'm used to doing, and there was a lot more that I had to like take care of before this week started, because the kids are going to be gone, the other teachers are going to be gone, admin's out, like there's. But I made an effort. I didn't do as well as I should have, but I mean, I had everything written. I did go over technical occasions. So but I do find it helpful, because then, I look at that and I say like, oh crap, like I'm way over on where I should be right now. So
right. Yeah. So it's good it's more of the awareness, or like sometimes I'm like, whoa, I didn't spend any time, or like, it's like where you're doing things. So I never have days like that pretty much anymore. There's always time somewhere, but it's more like, oh, I didn't spend any time with my kids during school today. I better go and spend time with them. Yeah, that's what happens to me, because I get so into this. So did you write the script of your class and like kind of get the story for like the top 10 oils?
Yeah, the only thing that I didn't have in there, and just because I don't have the tear-off sheet, was I didn't have like the detailed going through. But what I did is like I kind of just put in like where I would talk about that, and I have intro stuff, and then an overview of the class, and then I just kind of left in a bullet point for like where I would go over the tear-off.
Okay.
And then the closure and everything. So
for Wednesday, what are you thinking you want to do?
I was just thinking more of an overview there, because I know that most of the people that I've talked to are people who are just pretty new, and I think just kind of doing like general information for them would be more helpful. So I don't know if you are okay with the kind of like sharing, going back and forth. And I have no problem like sharing the things that I wrote, like my stories and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know to what degree like you wanted to do like.
Yeah, just whatever support you feel like you need. If you want to just like run through the tear sheet and do it, and I can be there to jump in, or if you want me to do like another example, because you're like kind of more focused on it.
Can we go around the block and see it?
Not right now. No, I'm on the call. So if you want to like, want me to see how I do it again, it's literally, I just try to read the sheet. I'll be more focused, like the one we did with you was kind of like, people were just asking questions, so if you wanted to see me run through one, I try to do it like in 45 minutes, so you can just kind of see what that's like.
Okay.
I'm happy to do it.
Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't mind, doing whatever I've got here, like with the questions and things that I kind of wrote it. I felt like such a dork. I was like, I'm writing this like a lesson plan, like I have say, ask, direct, share.
Yeah, that's good. If you want to, if you want to do it and I can just be there, like anything, like I'm open.
Just because I don't like, I would feel more comfortable with you kind of going through the tear off, just because like I'm not that familiar with it, because I've only
I literally just read it so you can see how easy it is.
Okay.
I try not to go off script. Sometimes I go off a little bit, but I try to stay with it. But I'm happy to do it. And you can just introduce and maybe just share like your like that, that how you like I started with essential oils because of this issue, like your, like that little part, and then I can say, oh, this is how I started, and then I can just go into the class. Okay, sounds good. We'll do that. Okay, and then. You found the follow-up video today, so that's good.
Yeah.
They're all underneath there. That's okay. All right. So this week, how much time do you think you spent on assignments?
Like I said, with school going over, I probably didn't do as much as I should have. So I think I'm about at like 10 instead of 12.
Okay.
maybe
Well,
9.
that's still a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Still kicking
Oh.
myself with it.
I know you're like you're the
Here.
perfectionist in you. I can tell already. Okay, so this week will be skills, will be follow-up and routine, which I think will be really good. So what did you learn from the Truman video about that stood out to you about follow-up and routines?
My biggest thing, and this was, with LuLaRoe too, is like I have a hard time being that person who continues to follow up. Like if I follow up once and you tell me like, yeah, I don't know, maybe, I'm just like, okay. Yeah, I give up much too easily. And so what really kind of struck me was just not only how frequently people do follow up, but that the majority of your sales, so what was it, 80%? I added in my notes, 80% of sales, like the 5th to 12th contact. And then I just had to sit there and think like the 12th time that I talk to somebody, like,
I know,
and that it involves a lot more than, 1 or 2 times like, oh, hey, are you coming? Or like, hey, did you like the samples? Or, and so that really stuck with me. And I liked too that the girl who was talking about the LRP just really kind of just emphasized stressing the value of it, but then also sharing your own story and that idea of kind of sharing your why and your passion about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the numbers, when they show you the numbers and they actually sit down and say like, this is how beneficial it is, this is how important it is to follow up. I'm like, oh.
It is, and most people stop on guess what? The first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and that's totally guilty.
That's like you just gotta put on your motivate and go and do it,
Yeah.
Because that's when it happens. And if I think about myself, sometimes like I had to be followed up for or asked for the sale. Like I remember my one friend was doing like a $97 workshop or whatever, and I was like, no. She posted about it, and then she messaged me about it, and she messaged me again about it. I'm like, fine, I'm gonna do it. And it was good. It was good for me. So it's like sometimes you need that. You're so, especially today, people are so busy. They need that extra push to follow up. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll be more of a passive, oh, I'm doing my follow-ups today, and I was thinking about you, which I am. I'm like, okay, do they want to? I mean, there's people that have come to classes and they really want to get the oils and they still haven't. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't know them that well. And these are people I don't even know that well. I'm like, hey, I'm just thinking about you. I know you really enjoyed the class, and we're thinking about getting the oils, and I'm just checking in with you to see, if you have any questions or whatever,
Yeah.
So I make it like I'm following up with everybody, which I usually am. That's kind of every once in a while, I try to every week go back and follow up with a bunch of people. So.
Sorry, I'm just writing it down because I like
that.
That's
good. Yeah. So that's what I do. I'm like, hey, I'm just, doing my follow-ups today, and or I was thinking about you and just wondering, if you have any questions about the samples I gave you, or if you're ready, or sometimes I'm like, are you ready to get your kit? Are you ready to get your kit now? And I mean, it's worked because there's someone that I followed up with 18 times and she finally got the kit. And now she loves them. She's on the LRP. She's all over it, so it just takes people sometimes. I mean, I think I followed up with her for almost a year.
See, and that's like a level of dedication that I just have to realize, because so often, and I hate to keep going back, LuLaRoe, it just kind of, it sold itself in many senses. So if you had what somebody wanted, you had it. And if you didn't, you didn't. And if they wanted something, they did. And if they wanted to host a party, they were going to, and they were going to make the time. That was the only time that I really ever did more than one follow-up was with people who, had mentioned that they wanted to host. But otherwise, I wasn't going out of my way to say oh, how are you liking your new leggings? Or, which
should have been, should have been.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, I think it's the same in everyone. Sales is the same as the same, following up and customer service and all that stuff. So, I mean, I know it's a different product, a different way, but.
Right. No, but the approach should be the same. And when when I was thinking about it the way that I was, I think it was more detrimental to me whereas now I'm just like, okay, once you show me the numbers and you show me how effective something can be and how important something is, that's when it just kind of hits home, I'm like, oh.
What are you afraid of for following up?
Mostly, I think irritating people.
Yeah.
I'm somebody who I have a really hard time saying no. And so
Mhm.
I don't like to be bothered. Like we have a Kirby vacuum just because I don't like to say no. Like that's the only reason we have a stupid vacuum. So
Yeah.
like I like things that give me outs, you know. So when people come to ask about our windows, I'm just like, oh, we're renting. Like it doesn't matter if I'm renting from my dad, you know, and
Yeah.
he would totally fix the windows. It's just like it gives me a way to say no,
Right.
you know, and because I know where those people are coming from and I understand that it's their job and, you
Yeah.
know, it's their livelihood. And I'm just like, oh, I feel even worse because I'm in the same boat. And so I'm just like, I don't want to, I guess it is a little bit rejection, like fear of rejection, but it's
Yeah.
also like making people be like, oh, I don't want to talk to her because every time she talks to me, she talks about oils or she talks about
Right.
Lularoe, and, you know, just like
Yeah.
always just wants to sell me stuff. And so that's my biggest thing. And I'm starting to get over that a little bit more with this.
Yeah, I think if you focus on the service that it's going to provide, then it makes it a lot easier because we know that like it's like if you it's not like, hey, do you want to buy this oil, but like, hey, I know, like, how's your sleep going, or hey, you know, like you have to find out like why, you know, like for you, I knew like you were struggling with sleep and stress, so like I knew that that would help you. Or like the friend that I know has like certain issues, like how's that issue going, like how are you feeling, you know. If you focus more on that, then it doesn't feel like, hey, when are you going to buy my lemon? You know, like
Yeah.
I pretty much never do that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
buy my grapefruit. You know, it's like, it's not like that at all. It's like, you know, hey, it's like all about service. So if you keep that mind on that, it's never going to, it won't feel like it.
Yeah. And it is, I'm getting better with that because the focus is totally different. It's not
Yeah,
just like,
it totally is. So, I mean, I think you definitely have to have that mindset, you know, otherwise it's really hard. And I can see where people do have that block, you know, and it's very normal. But I think if you focus on service, then it's better. So like every time you feel like nervous, just think of that person and be like, how is it going to change their life? Like, how is it going to help them? You know,
yeah.
then you can kind of move forward a little bit easier. If they're not, if they say no, that's totally fine. You know,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I always don't worry about that at this point anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into this. So it is the first 5 days after someone attends a class or enrolls that can make or break it, which means I just enrolled 5 people on Thursday. I'm like, I got to get to them right today. It's like, I got to get to them. I haven't sent them. I just didn't want to bother. Again, I didn't want to bother them over Easter. So I'm like, I'll email them on Monday, and I haven't yet. So giving them something small when they enroll to help them keep their excitement high until their oils arrive can be very helpful. So I made them like the little kits with the toothpaste and the deep blue and like a few little samples to, you know, give them. So I've been doing that. I didn't always do that. I think I brought you over like a little something when you enrolled, or I had something. I don't know if I gave it to you. I think I forgot. I remember leaving thinking, oh, I think I forgot to give it to her, but I'm trying to be better about that, but I haven't always done that.
Yeah.
So I just have like these little plastic bags made up of like, it can be just like even a toothpaste sample or something, you know,
Yeah.
small.
Actually, do you have a toothpaste sample? Because everybody lately has been talking about the toothpaste. They talked about the toothpaste in the video. Like everybody's freaking out about it. And I'm like, I'm really picky. Like I hate Colgate. I will only use Crest. And I'm like, I need to try this.
Oh, you're going to love it. I think you will. But it doesn't even have to be something. It can be in this, you know, I will give you a sample. Yeah, you can have a sample. I have plenty. But I'll give you like the sample pack I was probably supposed to give you that I never gave you. But basically it can be even emails. So like, there's like a 5-day follow-up email that you can go to. That actually, like, I don't have that. I always give like one email up, but she has one in lightsomeliving.com/new-member.
Okay.
And she, I can take a picture of that and show it to you, but she basically has like a sequence of 5 emails that you can sign up. And like, I've even like copied and pasted like her 5 sequent emails, and I've been using those to give to people. So just even like something to follow up that way. So there's some true and tried effective ways to follow up. So here's some like different ways based on like it's the class or example, and a sample that you give me. These are some different questions, and I'll send these to you. But what did you like most about the class or sample? So you could just like, that's how you could follow up with someone. Like, what did you like best about the sample, right? Or what did you like best about the class? What kit interests you the most? So I do that a lot after a class. So I'm like, what kit does interest you the most? Would you like to set up your wholesale account? Like, so after they tell me which one, I ask them that. After that, after they enroll, I'll say our next step will be to set up a membership overview where I can show you how to manage your orders and help you get the most from your membership. When are you available? I have X and Y available. So like on Thursday, I'm like, hey, when can I contact you? Like, when's the best time? So like, these are all just kind of steps for the next. You're always like preparing for the next conversation, right?
Okay.
Even if it's like if the sale's not there, like, oh, when can I follow up with you about the samples, or when can I follow up with you about, you know, talking to you about something. And like, were all your basic questions answered about the health issue you're dealing with? Would it be okay if I send you more options for this? Can I follow up with you in a few days? So like all this kind of questions for like the next like step to keep them going in the process, right?
Mm-hmm.
So doTERRA has the great membership overview, which you've seen in their with their introductory packet. You might also use the Edge, which is what I use, the membership overview, or you can use that Live guide that comes like in the kits that they get, right? You've seen that, right? Yeah. That when you get your intro packet, it's like the Live share. Did you get the membership overviews? Did you end up getting those?
I did, yeah.
Okay. I like those better, but either or is fine. So that's a great way to follow up with them. That's what I'll be doing with all my people.
Yeah.
Or what I try to do with all my people. So do you feel comfortable doing a membership overview?
Yeah. I think it too depends on the person.
Yeah.
Like I know, like with my friend Avis, we've known each other forever. So like sitting down and having that conversation is just like, it's just us talking, you know, and,
Right.
But I think like once I do it more too, and like once I'm more familiar with how everything works and with the information, that being able to like present that to people will be easier.
Right. And you saw the video on it, right? How to do it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So make it be whatever you want it, but it's really just being like, hey, how's your oils going? Like, here's how you log in. Here's some like other products that you can think about replacing from your home that you already have, toothpaste, detergent. Let's switch them out with doTERRA. It's the whole idea of it.
Yeah.
Knowing what the loyalty rewards program. Okay. So this is what you're going to do the challenge this week, which is going to be good for you, is you're going to create your personal follow-up routines for 6 areas. When and how often you will follow up and what you will say. So like, I'm going to send you these, but you're like, what's going to be your follow-up system when you share a sample? Are you going to like message them like 3 days later and be like, you know, what did you like most about your samples? Are you going to like, what's going to be your follow-up? That's basically what I do. Okay. After you invite them to class, what's their follow-up procedure going to be? You know, text them, 2 days before, 1 day before, what's going to be the, after they attend the class, what's your follow-up going to be like? If they didn't enroll, like, what are you thinking? What's going to be what did you like best about the class? That type. Do you have any questions? If they didn't attend a class, how are you going to follow up with them? Because that's, people said they're interested, but they didn't attend, which happens a lot. If they're a hostess of a class, how are you going to follow up with them? So like my hostess, like she earned $91 free in oils on Thursday night. So I'm following up with her so she can pick what she wants, that type of thing, thanking her, blah, blah, blah. And then new members, the membership overview. But you can figure out your own follow-up system, just have them in place for all of them so you know what to do once you've enrolled all those people. Cool? Yes. So I'll send you like the little link. Okay. I have this. I mean, I don't use it as like I should, but I try when I told you this, when I give out a sample, I try to take the card and put it like 3 days later. So then the next 3 days, I'll look every day and be like, okay, who do I got to follow up with? But I'm not the best about that, to be honest with you. I usually just scroll through my stuff. Okay. So this week is about being successful. So we're going to do our little rating scale as usual. Okay. 1 being no and 10 being yes. Do you find that you are successful in all that you do? 8. Do you find yourself blaming others for your lack of success?
Not as much anymore.
Yeah.
I like a 6. I'm getting better.
Do you secretly or not secretly dislike those who succeed?
I don't think it's so much a dislike as jealousy. Can that count? I'll be like a 5.
No, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I have that more like when people like or like it's so easy for them to be so fit and like,
Yeah.
you know, like post their like beach body pictures every day.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm happy for them. I really am.
Right.
And
It is. It's more like that. It's, you know, and as I've gotten older too, I've gotten better at like recognizing that I don't dislike you for what you've done and like what you're able to do. It's that I'm recognizing that it is jealousy, that it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I wish I could do that, or I wish it came that easily to me, kind of thing. Yeah. So
yeah. But I'm also like, it inspires me more now. Like, oh, I want to do that. I want to do the best I can with that too. Or not trying to be that, but like it inspires me to want to, I realize like, oh, is that something I want more of, you know? Because I used to be more like that, but now I'm like, oh, I'm too busy now because I homeschool, I have a business. Like, I just can't go to the gym every day and eat healthy. And I'm like, yes, I can. You know, it's like these lies I'm telling myself.
yeah,
So.
yeah,
But it's good. It's good. It's good to recognize that too. I think that's true with most people.
yeah.
Are you comfortable living with struggle?
7.
This is okay. Are you too comfortable with struggle?
Oh. Probably a 7. We'll say, yeah, because I feel like when you are, then it's easier for you to find those excuses and to say, oh, well, if it weren't for this, you know, or I could be doing well except such and such, and like, no.
Or some people's like, oh, it's just the way it's always going to be, you know, or just different things like that, you know? Yeah. I think sometimes some struggle is good because it pushes you for more. So it's like a balance there. Deep down, do you expect yourself to fail in doTERRA?
Probably. Deep down, yeah, I'm probably an 8. I don't know why.
That's probably like my favorite question the whole of the whole set of the whole thing that we do.
Yeah.
So you know why? Why do you think that?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember like how I felt about LuLaRoe. I just like, I don't feel like I felt that as much, but I think because I've been struggling with that I'm like, oh, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just like I am not cut out for, you know, this kind of business or things like that. And so I'm trying to not let that, but it's like nagging at the back of your mind, but I'm trying to just ignore it and just say like, hey, you can shut up because all of these things are here for you and you can make it what you want and you can do it in your own kind of way. And so, but yeah, I think it's, you know, for at least now it's going to be there. It's going to be.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are scared to succeed because they don't realize how awesome it can be for them too, you know? So it's, I think that's normal for people to be scared to be successful and like to really make it like, oh, you know, everyone else is making it. I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
I'm like, here I am doing it, you know? I mean, I still feel like, oh, I'm never going to be like that, you know, that blue diamond, presidential diamond. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get there, you know? So, and you can too. It definitely is. You definitely have the ability and the work ethic and all those things. I think it's going to be the mind switch here. Like, I'm doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Because you definitely can. I mean, I've seen what you've done in your life already and what you already handle already. There's like no doubt in my mind that you can't do it. You know, it's not saying it's not going to be work and it's going to take some, you know, effort, but I know you can do it for sure. For sure. I see things in people, you know? Yeah. And I'm being honest when I say that, you know? I see that in you for sure. That's one of my favorite questions. So I love that one because everyone kind of says yes. Yeah. I think it's just like kind of the connotation of like network marketing too. Like, oh, it's just like, you know, it's not everyone succeeds in it, but definitely you can. I mean, it can happen. It's awesome. Do you find yourself sabotaging your own success on a daily or regular basis?
Yeah, 7 or 8. Largely poor time management skills. And like, I'll be doing something, I'll be like, I should really be doing this. And instead of just like stopping and doing it, I'm just like, yeah, maybe in a minute, you know, like things like that. Like that's me. Because I've always been that under pressure person. And so that's still kind of there a little bit, but it's not the same. It's not like, oh, I'm writing this paper the night before it's due. You know, it's it's not time management like that anymore. And so I need to break out of that. And I've been getting a little bit better since we came back from Columbia because I didn't have my phone with me for 2 whole weeks. And so I got used to not having it. And now I'm kind of like, why am I even scrolling through Facebook right now? Or why am I even on Instagram? And it's like,
Awesome.
yeah, it's a time suck. So
Yeah, I definitely don't I put mine aside. Like if I have to get something done or if I'm with the kids, I definitely don't have it because will get distracted.
Yeah.
And I think if you focus on like the main activities with doTERRA, which is like all those follow-up activities, like that's what you should be doing. Like if you find yourself like organizing your oils all the time and different things like that, that's what although you need to do it sometimes, you gotta spend time on that, but like if you're doing that every day, where I see people like creating all this stuff, like it's already created, you don't need to like create it, like just reuse what we have, and so yeah, I mean there's definitely ways to, with time management, just focus on the main activities because you can get distracted easily.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you make excuses for your lack of success?
7. I've been getting better about that too. And just acknowledging that, hey, it's because you were doing this and not this. And
The choice you made, right?
Yeah.
So what we focus on grows, which is like one of my favorite quotes, what you focus on will grow. I want you to start seeing the many ways you are already successful in your life, which I said you totally are. You've been successful at LuLaRoe, you've been successful like with your teaching online, a lot of things. I don't even know you that well, but those are things that I do know about you. I've seen, I'm like, wow, she's done a lot and does a lot. So you already are successful. You're, already making all these changes. I can tell on your health with like working out and like, trying different cleanse things. And I can already tell like, you're already being successful at doing things. So give yourself, props for that. Cause it's hard to make changes, and you're working on it, we all are. So I want you to focus like you already are a success this week and focus on that feeling. So the affirmation is, why does everything always work out for me? And why do I create success at every turn? And the affirmation is, everything works out for me and I create success at every turn. Because when you start seeing that, then you're going to start feeling it more, right? If you're always feeling like, oh, I'm not successful, it's going to happen. So the oils for this, which are great, are Motivate, Wild Orange, Ginger, Peppermint, and Elevation, which I didn't use Elevation a ton before, but I love that one now. It's like one of my favorites.
I don't know if I have that one.
It bothered me at the very beginning, but now I love it. It's a joyful blend. I put it on all the time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much like I'm pouring it on. But I didn't like it like the first year, but now I love it. Got it right now. So cool. So I'll send you those things. So the assignments this week are, I'm successful. The 5 share samples with 5 friends. Follow up with all those people that are, so they're going to attend a class, and the samples, time blocking. I'll send you again this so you don't have to write it all down. Okay. Create your follow-up routine for those 6 key areas. Give a new membership overview to somebody. So after we enroll someone in Wednesday, you can give the membership overview. So we're going to enroll some people at that class. And then there's going to be the Truman Jumpstart videos on personal development. And then there's a couple of videos, watch the Buckets and Pipeline video, which was there too. And then have you been keeping track of your points in the very back of the book?
No.
On these pages?
No.
Okay. So I don't know if I showed you that. Maybe I didn't show you that. Page 63 and 64, you can week by week you're keeping track of like what you've done in the points wise. So you can probably go back and remember, like, if you shared 5 samples, you just get points for every week that you did it. So like, did you do a presentation? How many personal invites did you send, and write all your points down?
Okay.
And so it would have been for week 1, 2, and 3. So you can kind of go back and think that, like up here in the blue, this has to be done in order like to get, these points all have to be completed in order to get the prize. These are just extra. Okay. But on the second page are some professional development books. And so we want you to pick one of those. And I have you read GoPro?
No.
I have that one if you want that one. It's a really fast one about network marketing. I like it. Though there's a couple other ones. The Miracle Morning is really good. I have that one on Audible. The One Thing, I have an Audible too. So you can pick one of these or one of your own books too, but those are the ones that they recommend. So GoPro's a really fast read. Actually, Carolyn has it. Another person but she read it like in 2 days, so she can give it back. I can get it back from her.
Okay.
Bring that to you on Wednesday if you want.
Okay.
I think it's a really good one for network marketing.
Okay.
Helps with like a lot of those blocks we have.
Okay.
So start reading one of those.
Okay.
Cool?
Sure. Yeah. Right now I started, actually Avis recommended it. It's called You Are a Badass.
Oh yeah, those are good. I haven't read those, but I know like a lot of my friends have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And there's she's came out with another new one too.
Yeah.
That's be a good one for you to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to read that. Do you have that as a book or are you listening to it?
Oh, I have the actual book.
I want to borrow it from you then.
Okay.
And I know last week you had a couple quick questions. Like you had something that you wanted to talk to me about, like more working with charities or working with some different. It was something that you said. It was at the very end. You're like, hey, I want to talk to you sometime about helping different groups or.
No, I'm just trying to come up with kind of like, I don't want to say like business plan model, but like I did want to start making more of my own like healthcare products and home care products and things like that and selling them. And I was holding off on making like a Facebook group or a Facebook business page like for this until I came up with that, because I was going to try and like
tie it together.
find two of them, but I don't know if I should. Mostly I was just kind of doing it to make things a little bit easier on myself, but also to like show people the crossover. But I didn't know if that would be a good idea or if I should keep them separate, or
I think we can combine them, but I just don't know if we can market, like, I don't think we can sell things per se. Like you can sell things, but like if you have it like linked to your doTERRA page,
yeah,
because it's not like labeled from them.
Right.
You can't sell it, but you can like make a bug spray and sell it, but I don't know if you can have it linked to like your public, like
business. That's what I was wondering about, because I was thinking like I knew I probably couldn't or shouldn't say like, oh yeah, using doTERRA essential oils and things like that, just like saying essential oils but obviously like stressing that it was not affiliated with them in any way.
Yeah, I mean, we can resell like anything with the doTERRA label on it and like put that up on whatever we want.
Yeah.
But we're not really supposed to like, we can make stuff and sell it, but I don't think like let's say you're going to like a vendor fair, you can make a bunch of stuff and say it's made by doTERRA, but I don't think you're allowed. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. It's a good question to ask because I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
So I can find out for you.
Yeah, I guess just like compliant language there with that, and making sure, because obviously, like I know to make sure that I am separating, that it is something individual, that it's not like the creation of doTERRA, that it's just something that I've made using essential oils, but I didn't know if I should even mention the name.
Yeah, let me find out for you. I can ask my account manager too.
Okay. Because I feel like it's important to at least in some way include that the essential oils being used are doTERRA, so people know that they're that therapeutic.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. You know who would be good to call? Did you see that number, that number line you can call for business stuff now that I put up there?
No.
It was like on our Facebook page. It's here, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But you, as now, because you're a business builder, that you can use and call. It's like instead of calling customer service, they have a hotline now for you.
Okay.
And then let's see, Kyla. This is new at convention. They just did this. Let me see if I can get it. I'll find it and send it to you.
Okay.
Or I'll tag you on it. I can't find it this moment.
Okay.
But I'm excited because it's like a hotline that you can. And why don't you just call them and ask them, because they probably will be able to give you a good answer with that. Just say like, this is what I'm thinking about doing. Like, they might even have you email compliance.
Okay.
And it'd probably be better than me just asking on a page too, because then we know we're getting right from the source. Yeah, I'll tag you.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Well, let me know about Wednesday. what's I'll come over like around. I probably won't come over till like 6:45, 6:40ish or whatever. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Usually people are a little late or whatever. But
Yeah.
you need me to. You have the tear sheets, right?
No, I don't.
You have any tear sheets? Okay, so I need to bring some tear sheets with me.
Yeah, that was the only reason that I didn't include that in what I wrote. So.
Okay. So have you gotten Class in a Box yet?
No, I'm gonna order it tomorrow when I order the Mother's Day thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you too. Do you know whether or not we are gonna be able to use LRP points for the Mother's Day oils?
I'm guessing not 'cause it's like a one-time thing.
Okay, I figured probably not, but I wasn't sure.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Those are going to sell out. I'm sure they'll be sold out by midday or something like that, but we'll hope we don't break the internet. Whenever Tara does stuff like this, it's just like, it's crazy. Breaks like the internet. We're all crazy. I'm hopefully it won't be that bad. I think they probably go on sale tonight at like, midnight Mountain Standard Time, but I'm not going to stay up. I'll just do it in the morning. I'm sure they'll be available in the morning.
Oh yeah, no.
They make enough for us crazies.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to get back to my kiddos.
Alrighty.
I will send you this stuff right now before I forget.
Okay.
And then we'll work from there.
Okay.
Good job. Keep it rolling.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you later on.
Alrighty, have a good day.
Bye, you too.
Thanks. Bye.